Mesdames et messieurs, the advanced drills. So this is a high impact workout. We're going to be doing a lot of jumping and running. So we're going to start with a warm up and then we hit it. Start with squat, lift on toes. We're going to prepare our joints for the jumps. So our ankles, our knees, our hips are warmed up and juicy. So push the hips back and down when you go down in the squat. You can go as low as you want because you're advanced, right? So you can go into a low squat or just a deep squat. And when you lift onto your toes, go into a full extension of your whole body. That is pressing the hips forward, but only in line with your shoulders and your knees. So don't make a banana when you come up. Arms moving with it. Feels natural. Hey, come on, let's do the hurdle step. We're lifting the knee to the front, stepping out to the side, coming back in the middle. The rotation is happening in the hip, so don't rotate too much with the whole body. Just open one side, close this side. Open one side, close this side. Arms are going contralaterally with the movement. Now, since you're advanced, try to pick up the knee as high as possible and rotate in the biggest angle possible. You want to step the foot next to you or behind you. Very good. This should feel really open and juicy right now in your hips. So we're getting ready to rumble. Here we go. Butt kicks, jumping, getting the elasticity in those joints. Jump from one foot to the other and kick your butt. The heels are flying up to your hips and you want to keep your thighs and your knees parallel and in one line. The upper body can slightly lean forward, but not too much. I don't want you to fall forward and I still want you to have your core engaged. So don't crumble forward. Stay upright and hit those heels. Very good. Bring the arms in. Arms are moving as quickly as the feet. Get as little downtime as possible, most airtime as possible, and don't put the heels on the ground. They only fly up to your hips. Very good. Now the opposite, picking those knees up, high knees. So I want you to pick the knees up at least hip height. This is to engage your hip flexors, which we're going to be needing when we're attacking the tuck jumps. Waiting for it. This is going to be fun. So pick those knees up, be really light on your feet. Don't bring the heels down. Gain elasticity by picking up the knees as quickly as possible. Just touch down on the balls of your feet. The arms are moving with it, and the arm movement is actually helping you to get this little flight momentum off the floor. So get a lot of power into those arms, move those shoulders. Great. Oh my God, let's have a little bit of rotation in the spine. So we're ready to twist. Get into a low squat, hands on the inside of your knees, and then rotate the shoulders to the inside, look over the outer shoulder, and come back into the middle. Enjoy this one. Rotate the shoulder right into the middle and come back. Now you want to keep a very long spine, lifting your sitting bones slightly while the knees do not drop in. So with the hands, press against the knees so they stay on top of your ankles, knees pointing towards your toes. Basically, you want to keep the weight at all times on your heels, on your outer arches, and on the ball of your big toe mount. And this is true for almost any standing position. Here we go. Another standing position. Call this a flying position. We're pushing back into V pose, sit bones up, then roll forward into plank, and there we are, pushing backwards, V pose, and then engage the core, pull the navel in and roll forward into plank position. And again, plant your mount of the index finger firmly into whatever surface you're on, in the ground, in the gravel, on the stone. And make sure that your shoulders stay connected with the spine, so the shoulder blades are pulling away from the ears and towards your spine. So you're staying relaxed in the shoulder girdle. Very good. Push back, roll forward, nice waving forward. Come on, one more. And here we go. Great. Warming up your adductors and the whole back line, lateral lunges, falling out to the side from standing position, feet parallel. And when you fall out to the side, turn your knee and foot out slightly, like 20 degrees or something. Should feel good. And again, knee and foot always pointing in the same direction. Now to warm up that back line even more, lean forward, grab the floor with the inner hand. And then come into a full extension. No leaning forward in the middle. You're flexing, extending, flexing, extending. If you don't want to grab the floor because you're afraid to hurt your fingers, you can also touch your ankle. That is fun. On the inside or on the outside. Hey, very good. So I guess we're warmed up now. We can start with the exercises. Jumping climber, get into plank position, and then jump forward and backwards. As easy as that. Simply, it's a bit cardio, so we're picking up the heart rate right now. Stay very light on your feet, so you're kind of working out of your ankles and your knees. So the knees are bent in the plank. That's totally fine. Go as much as possible into that extension and then in that flexion. So the knees are picking right towards the chest. Bring the knees towards the chest and then shoot the legs out again. Knees to the chest, shoot out. Knees to the chest, shoot out. And with the nose, come towards the knees when you're flexing. This will relax your neck a little bit. Great one. Catch a breath, 10 seconds to prepare for the dropout. So get back up standing, take a breather, and then jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in. You want to flex your knees as much as possible so you can grab the floor with one hand. One hand down, one hand behind you. So getting a little bit of a shoulder rotation and extension here. Very good. Knees again pointing towards the toes. Feet and knees turn out slightly. Never let those knees drop in. Very good. Keep going. Just a few more. 10 more seconds. This is a great backline workout as well. So we're working the hamstrings, the glute, and our spinal erectors. Well done. Well-deserved little stretch before we attack the pièce de résistance, the rest of the advanced drills. So push the knees out and twist your upper body. So this workout is gonna really pick up your heart rate. And because of the jumps, we're working kind of with a lot of weight here. So this is a strength workout and working your speed, your elasticity, and we're getting a little bit of an afterburner that you will feel. Your muscles will stay warm and juicy for quite a while, and I just love that when you feel that you worked out and you still feel great and toned for hours to come. Hey, that's what we want, right? So get back into that plank, some ski hops here. We're starting in plank position and then bending the knees, jumping to the right, jump back into plank, jump to the left. Jump to the right, back to plank, jump to the left, back to plank, jump to the right, back to plank. You got this. So when you're jumping to the sides, try to get next to your hand without jumping onto your hand. That's why I'm looking here right to my hand, so I make sure that I don't land onto my fingers, if ever I could do that. The feet are more or less parallel and close together, so you're jumping like a little mermaid with the legs close together. Keep going for 10 more seconds. Think about the afterburn effect and all the calories that you're shredding in this advanced drill. Well done. Here we come, tuck jumping from kneeling position. Oh my God, get onto a mat or cushioned surface and then start kneeling. Engage your arms, come with the legs underneath your body and then tuck jump. Here we go. Most important is that you get your feet underneath your body. So that first jump is the most important. The tuck jump, if you can tuck jump, you can do it from any position. Get back onto the knees, bring the feet underneath your body, tuck jump, and if you want to, you can clap your thighs with your hands. Tuck jump, bring those knees up. In case you're getting tired, you can also not tuck jump and just jump. But go as high as possible, go as far as possible, and push yourself further. Last one. Yay! Get back. Wonderful. Here we come back into plank position, going for the core and arm workout, the kick out rotation. Start in plank position and then bring the knee and the whole leg towards your opposite elbow. You can start with the knee. You need to bend the elbows a little bit, bringing the knee to the elbow. And if you're feeling fine, kick out the whole leg so that the front leg that's kicking out is kind of parallel to the floor. Now careful with the back foot. I figured rotating on the inner arch is the easiest to do. It's the most stable and you need that stability so you can kick out the leg. So rotate on the inner arch of your foot. Inner arch of the foot, back onto the toe mounts. Inner arch, back onto the toe mounts. You did it! Here we come with a nice little stretch. Aren't I nice? So you can take a little bit of a breather, stretching from one side to the other. This is an adductor stretch. You can either stand here upright, just shifting the arms from one thigh onto the other. Or if you do need a little bit of a break, you can also put the arms onto the ground right in the middle and then just shift the pelvis from one side or the other. Or even walk with the hands to either side. Very good. Take a breath and enjoy this little break. Heart rate should have slowed down now. Shoulders, wrists and elbows relaxed, because here we go for the next squat jump. If you can tuck jump, you can do squat jumps. Start in squat position, raise the arms up and then jump it. So this is basically like an arm pull. You could say that we're doing pullovers with the arms here, working the top bit of our back shoulder. Very good. Then jump as high as possible, squat as low as you can. You can go into your deepest and lowest squat and then raise those arms right back up and jump. Keep going. And enjoy the groove here. Very good. Just 3 more. 2. Last one. Great. Right back onto the floor. If you're having a mat, you can look on the little red dots where the arms are going. They go into the middle push-up, a wide push-up, and a middle push-up, and a narrow push-up. So we're switching between 3 different positions: a regular push-up, a wide push-up, and the triceps push-up. So we're going middle, in, middle, out. Middle, in, middle, out. Go as quickly as possible. You can stay on your knees as I'm doing here. If you're really super advanced, you can do it, of course, on your feet. Just brace your core as much as possible so you're not overarching your back. That's the risk here with the explosive push-ups, that the chest comes up quicker than the hips. So brace the core. Fantastic. Here we come for another tuck jump. This time we're rolling back. This gives us a little bit more momentum than coming from the kneeling. So Squat very deep, roll back gently, then push back with the hands, come onto the feet, tuck jump. Again, roll back, push back, tuck jump. Hey! The most difficult thing here is to get onto the feet, and that's why we need this push back with the hands. So bring the elbows up, push back off the floor, and so you get some momentum to get onto your feet. Bend the knees a lot so you reach the floor as quick as possible. And then tuck jump. Very good. Get a few more in. This is so much fun. Just make sure not to get too much weight onto your head. The neck and head should stay free at all times. A little bit of a T-stand here on the feet. So get the right hand onto the floor. Get the feet on the floor. Nice little side plank here. And then lift the other arm up in a nice T-stand. You're doing great. Pick the hips up a little bit more. We're working the whole lateral line here, especially the hip stabilizers. This is great for running and jumping. We need stable hips. Make sure not to drop the hips. Lift the hips up a little bit further. And up, up, up. Very good. Keep breathing. If the head starts to be a little bit stiff, move the head around, look up, look down. And then release the shoulder, release the wrist, maybe shake it out a bit. And then change side onto your side plank on the other side, left side this time. Left hand is planted underneath your shoulders. Then come into your side plank. Both feet are one in front of the other or one on top of the other. If you put the feet on top of the other, you need a little bit more balance here. And balance is always great for training the core and our intrinsic muscular skeleton. So lift those hips up, stay nice and tall, open your chest. Big T-stand here. Maybe wobble the head a bit so the neck doesn't get too stiff. We don't want stiff necks here. You're doing great. Very nice. All right, back to the work. Back to work, switch lunges. We're starting in a lunge position and then just picking up those legs and switching while we're staying as low as possible. So this is an opposite to the jump lunges, not where you're trying to get up off the floor too high. We're not jumping high, but we're trying to be as quick as possible to switch the legs under the body. The legs switch under the body and you can go even quicker than I'm going here. I'm sure you can. Get some help with those arms. The arms help you to pick those feet off the floor, give you some momentum, some lift, some air time, so you have time to switch the legs under your body. And you will feel this in your core. This is great for the abs. Ooh, here we come. Frog jumps combined with the horse kicks, I call those. So you come from standing into a forward fold, jump back, tuck jump, and then come back forward standing. Again, back, tuck, and forward. Great. When you plant the hands, make sure you plant them with flat palms, mount of the index finger grounded into the floor, so you're having stable hands and shoulders, and then simply jump back, knees are bent, tuck jump, and jump forward. This should feel like a jumping on a trampoline because we're working here from the elasticity of 2, maybe even 3 joints. The big toe mount joint, the ankle joint, and of course the knees. So there's a lot of elasticity here in our connective tissue. Great one. Have a bit of a breather. Another wide squat rotation. Just bring the shoulder in, looking over the shoulder. And you can do any variation here that you want. You can also bring the elbows to the inside of your knees. And just stay for a moment static here or shifting the knees left and right. Do whatever feels good. Maybe you need to release the back a little. You can round and extend as well. You could side bend if you want to, but stay in that low squat because I need you to stay warm, engaged. Heart rate needs to stay up a bit because there's quite some more to come. Just 4 more minutes, you can do it. And then we have a nice stretch. Here we come, feet fire, advanced. So advanced means I want you to go as quick as possible. So engage your core and run on the spot. These are quick skippings, quick runs on the balls of your feet so the heel doesn't touch the ground. Arms are working as quickly as those feet. So run, 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 run with those arms in the same speed as your legs do. Now you get 25 more seconds to get the best and the quickest feet fire you ever done. So try to go even faster than I'm doing here, as fast as possible so you cannot kind of see anymore what's happening with your feet. It's all gonna blur. Make people wonder what you're actually doing with those feet if you're having people around you. All right, here we go. Kickbacks come from hip hop dance. I need you to get into a crab position, fingers pointing towards your feet, then pick those hips up and then jump onto the other leg, kicking the leg up and behind. So the hips go up and down, up when you're switching and down when you're landing. So at some point your hips are up and everything is in the air except your hands. Very good. Now let's try to shoot these legs up even higher. Try to touch the nose with your knee. And if you do, send me a video. Send me a reaction to video that I can prove that this is possible. All right, land on the whole foot, heel is touching the ground for stability. Here we come. 3 steps sideways, which I think is a samba rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The legs go out to the side, lateral steps, and the knee comes up in the middle. So we're having a knee raise in the middle and a step out to the sides. And guess what? The arms are coming with it, contralaterally, moving in, moving in, moving in, moving in. That's why we're having a little bit of a rotation here in the shoulders. And guess what this rotation is good for? Training the core. So if you're doing all this workout, you actually don't need to do any crunches anymore. You don't need to do extra core workout because we're engaging our abdominal muscles the whole time. And you will see it. I don't do crunches ever. It's just the work in the planks and the stabilization. Last one up. A little bit of a side lunge stretch and then we're good to go into our deep stretches. Well done everyone! So wide stance here, wide lunge, and as before you know the drill, you can either have the hands on the thighs or put the hands on the ground. You can also add a little bit of a rotation here. I like rotating to the outside. That is maybe grabbing the foot with the inside hand and opening the other arm to the ceiling or sky. A little bit of an adductor stretch here, but basically calming the heart rate down, calming the breathing rhythm so we can get ready to stretch. And you deserve the lying down stretch. I think that's the first time I'm doing that with you. So lie onto your side and then grab your right foot with your hand. Your head can lie on your head, your head can lie on your arm. So stretch the arm out, grab the right foot. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly after all this workout, you can bend the left leg so you're getting a little bit more stability. And then push those hips forward. You want to contract the glutes a little bit. Get an extension into your whole body, opening the chest. And because we're grabbing the foot, we're having a little bit of a chest stretch here as well. It's always good. We've been doing a lot of planks and quite some push-ups and stuff. And then switch on to the other side. swing the legs around and then grab the left foot. Your right arm is on the floor, stretched out. Your head can rest. And again, if you need to, you can bend the lower leg, the right leg, for more stability. And then push those hips forward, trying to close the knees as much as possible. And then pull the knee backwards and push the hips forward. You can only do that if you lift your chest, you fully extend the front of your body, and you push the hips forward slightly. Keep breathing. This should all feel good, so don't overstretch or overdo. Take a deep breath out. And then lie on your back. We're having a last stretch for the hamstrings. So grab your right knee or back of your thigh or back of your calf. And you can start with the left leg bent at first and then pull the leg towards your chest. I like to play with flexing the foot and pointing the foot. Usually when you're flexing, you're getting a lot more pull on your hamstrings, but when you're then extending, when you're pointing the foot, you can pull a little bit more and get the leg more in. Then if you haven't, slide out the left leg, push the heel away from you. Stay in a little bit of an arch, so don't press the lower back onto the ground. And extend into both heels now, shooting both heels away from you. And then switch sides. You can start with the right leg bent here at first. Grab the back side of your left leg. And if you want to, you can start with the bent left leg here as well. Just flexing and pointing the foot. And then slowly going into that extension. Pushing the left heel to the sky. And then slowly, if you haven't yet, shoot out the right leg and stretch into your heel. Maybe point flex the left leg. Pull the leg a little bit further when you exhale. Let go a little bit when you inhale. Pull a bit further when you exhale. And slowly release. Wonderful. Enjoy the afterburner, the all feeling toned and strong feeling that you get after those kind of workouts. And of course, there'll be more, and we'll see you there. Bye.